Shalom. I'm going to start off by giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to the brothers that's teaching his truth and sincerity. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the 1/3 sincere listeners. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. And Yahweh Shai being the name of his Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. This gospel, this truth, all right? The kingdom of heaven, salvation is for the Israelites and the Israelites only, who are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and the ones scattered abroad that may look like the other nations, all right? But your spirit resonates with this truth, all right? The kingdom of heaven is for you, all right? And just been meditating on the topic of conversation of this lesson. It's pretty much about how these people are ready to lose it. You know, they're on edge. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna title it something along those lines. But just been meditating, man. A lot of people are, one paycheck away from crashing out, one bad relationship away from crashing out, one, you cut me one cut off in traffic away from crashing out. You see what I'm saying? And we gotta move in the spirit amongst these demons, man, because they really don't have nothing to live for, man. They think this is it, and this place is going down, man. All right, this place is going down. So I'm just gonna get this is Matthew 24:12, and it says, "And because iniquity shall be abound, the love of many shall wax cold." All right, and in NLT it says, Matthew 24:12, "Sin will be rampant everywhere, and the love of many will grow cold." All right, everybody has a cold spirit on them, and on the right hand side, we have a cold spirit on us. We have to have a cold spirit towards the world, and a very hot spirit towards Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, we don't want to be lukewarm or nothing like that, man. But towards the world, we're very cold. You know what I mean? For brotherhoods, we're very hot. You know what I'm saying? We're on fire. All right? We're on fire for the Lord. We're on fire for like-minded brothers, hopeful elect. Right? But, as a defense mechanism of this world, we got to be cold. We got to be numb to the things that happen to these wicked, evil, demonic-ass people, man, because they don't serve the Lord. They don't know the Lord. And they live for self, man. And that as a squeeze, there's going to be a great squeeze, Esau going to be, pretty much slowing down the money, whether it be you losing your jobs or hyperinflation, right? Things going up in price. Things that you wanted to buy is getting more expensive, right? All these factors, can have somebody in their mind ready to just crash out and lose it and just say to hell with it and take out their stress or anger out on others, man. And why? Because they don't know the Lord, really and truly. They don't know where to direct their energy, right? They don't know where to put it to where it's positive. See, us, right? The Lord has blessed us to be able to go out and teach. And we're teaching others, but we're also teaching ourselves. We're learning and growing every day. And we're taking care of our spirit when we do this because, we don't want to be bottled up with all type of rage, emotions, and whatever the case may be. So we have to go out and let our spirit pretty much burn on the highways and byways, man, for our own safety, for our own health, right? For our own protection, right? From Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. This is why we do these things. You know what I mean? This is 2 Timothy 3:1, and it says, This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. Right? Yeah, man. We're living in a time where everybody wants to make things about themselves, right? And we know we're all going through what we're going through. Like I said, everybody's on edge. Everybody might be, some people are at one family member away from crashing out. Like, death in the family. People, you don't know what the fuck people are going through, man. You see what I'm saying? But like, certain, a lot of people don't understand death. They don't know why. They don't, but it's because, really, the Lord never showed them. The Lord didn't want them to know. The Lord may have showed them the truth in one way or another, and they scoffed. They seen, we're not affiliated with IUIC, but they may have seen the purple shirts, IUIC, and they got thrown off by the truth in general. All right, and IUIC is set up as a stumbling block because they're not set up to pretty much give you the full truth, man. And they can taint this word, and that's why they're set up. That's why they're so large in numbers. And I believe a lot of them are agents, man. They go to guys in jail and offer them a second chance at life, so to speak. And I'm talking about the whoever, the FBI, CIA, whoever, alphabet boys. They offer these guys a second chance and pretty much say, hey, you got to be a part of this group, and this is your walk now. And if you don't stay to it and whatever, we will throw you back in. And who the fuck wants to be inside? See, at least as a Hebrew Israelite, you can have a woman. You know what I'm saying? Especially in IUIC, they'll get you a wife, right? They'll match make you. You know what I'm saying? That's way better than sitting in a cell. I'll tell you that. You know what I mean? So you got to be worried. You got to be watchful of all these things, man. These people selling out for the bag and, not how do I say, not teaching the Lord in sincerity and truth, man. So it says, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, traitors, right? Like I said, that's what I was reading, man. Despisers of those that are good. The men of the Lord, you see us on the highways and byways, they hate us, man. Okay. Just the other day, you had an incident where our brother was on the highways and an Edomite pulled out a gun on him, man. Okay. So we got to be really mindful of the times that we're in, and thankful that the brother is actually good, man. The Lord is with him in order to overpower the devil. You know what I mean? But these are the times we're coming in, man. There's people coming up. They know who we are. They know what we teach. And they're ready to pull out guns on us, man. They're ready to take our lives for this truth. Right? It says despisers of those that are good, right? Because we're good and they hate us. All right? Traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of Yahweh. Right? And that's exactly what you got going on now. You got a lot of people loving themselves, putting themselves on a level, pedestal over the Most High. They don't put the Most High on that level, on that pedestal. You know what I mean? They're putting themselves on that level. Everybody in this world it's called a main character syndrome now. That's what they call it. To where everybody thinks that there's somebody and they're nobodies, right? Everybody has a phone now. Everybody has a what do they call it? front facing camera, right? And they just hit record and go live, and Snapchat, Instagram, whatever. It's me. Right? And there's nothing wrong with taking photos or whatever. You want to upload a photo of yourself and all that. But the way these people are doing it is it's in vanity, man. Okay? This is 1 John 3:17. And it says, "But whoso hath this world's good, and seeth his brother have need, shutteth up his bowels of compassion from him. How dwelleth the love of Yahweh in him?" And like I said, this is pretty much going into the fact that the love of many shall wax cold, man. People you call in the world, whatever it may be, doesn't matter. People you call your friend, your brother, someone you're close to, they ain't really for you, man. They switch up on you. You don't know what to expect, man. Like the script we just read, that betrayal is gonna happen. Is gonna happen in these times, and not just amongst the brotherhood, but amongst people in the world. That happens all the time. But the thing is, the betrayal that's gonna happen amongst the brotherhood is gonna be so much more messed up, because we thought this was gonna be a safe space, a safe place. You know what I mean? We thought that this was gonna be a safe place, where we can dwell amongst brothers. And so when that happens to whoever of the elect that happens to, it is gonna be a shocker, man. You know what I mean? It is gonna be a shocker. Nobody wants to dwell on these things, but you have to you still have to meditate on these things, man. It's part of the walk. Yahweh Shai was betrayed, so to speak. He knew who did it, but he was betrayed. It was a form of betrayal. And at the end of the day, the 2/3 of our people betrayed him, man. They betrayed Yahweh. They betrayed their own nation. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't just Judas, because they wanted him gone anyway. The wicked of our people, they wanted him gone, man. They betrayed their birthright. They betrayed, they said, let his blood be upon us, man. So that's why you 2/3 are going through what you're going through now. You're in that crash out state of mind, right? The Lord has left a lot of 2/3, man. You can see it, man. You can look at Jake, a lot of Jakes in their eyes, man. The Lord is not there, man. These guys are opaque. Black, void of light, black. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Matthew 24:10. And it says, "And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many." And I'm going to end it off here. This is 2 Ezra 15:5. All right, it says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled." That's right, man. The Lord, he's pretty much bringing forth judgment upon you people now, okay, because of all the wickedness. And you're seeing it happen, man. Every day the Lord's judgment is going forth, okay? There's no end to the Lord's judgment, man. All right, so with that, Lord, will you're edified. I'm going to say shalom into the next one.